Did you know that most freelancers struggle with self discipline? It's one of the biggest hurdles to success, especially when you're on your own. You are your own boss. The good news is that you don't have to stay stuck. Today, I'll share my strategies on how you can build self discipline and stay consistent and thrive as a freelancer. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is your go-to space for improving your everyday and embracing positive change. I'm Phoebe, your fellow explorer on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. If you've ever felt like you haven't achieved all that you aspire to achieve, then you are in the right place. Here we talk all things personal growth through freelancing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. So self-discipline is the cornerstone of freelancing success. It's the ability to control your actions, overcome your weaknesses, and stay on track even when you have distractions and challenges where they come up. For instance, some of you might have noticed that I am in a different room. I've got a different background or a different setup. It's much more plain. And the reason is because you guys know I have family and they are making so much noise that where I usually do my recordings, it's the noise can come through. So I just decided to go somewhere else and do this recording. And this is one of the challenges that I face, is having the motivation to do some recording and also find some quiet space. And in order to be consistent, I have to be prepared to change things up when it needs to be done, or when I need to, change things up. So that's the reason for this different look or background today. But I am determined to keep going and to keep bringing you guys content that will really help you with your freelancing journey and your personal development. Whether it's balancing client work with personal responsibilities or simply staying productive, mastering self-discipline can make all the difference. However, distractions can creep in, so tiredness, school activities, cooking healthy meals, and all the temptations that come in, working your pajamas and trying to stay focused can really make you feel overwhelming, and all the tasks that you've got to do. So I've been there. There's been times when I feel like, I've got client work and all my personal responsibilities, and it feels like I just get stuck. So I've found some strategies that's really helped me, and I'm going to share them with you today. So let's talk about goals. Imagine you have a long list of tasks, client work, errands that you have to do, and planning for your next big project. It can feel too much, right? So what do you do when everything is feeling overwhelming? I ask myself and I write things down, and I try to do things as a matter of when it's urgent. So I use the traffic light system. By using the traffic light system helps me to think about what's important right now and what can be done later. So I write everything down first of all, and I just need to see what needs to be done, because sometimes when you have things in your head, it can really feel overwhelming and you just don't know where to start. So release the pressure in your mind by writing this down. You can use a pen and paper, your notebook. I always have a notebook at my desk, even though I'm a systems girly, but I always have a notebook on my desk. And also you can have a project management tool if you want, and write all the lists and tasks of, all the things that you need to do. The traffic light system is a way to prioritize, the most pressing task. So red obviously means something that is urgent. Then you have your amber or yellow, which is something that needs to be done, but it's not as urgent as the red. And then you use the green, which is something that can actually wait. Have you ever felt like your day just slipped away? Time blocking is something that has helped me. Here's how it works. Dedicate specific hours to specific tasks. For instance, you could block mornings for writing content, During that time, I'm 100% focused and no emails, no distractions. Let's say Monday, you have a lot of responsibilities. You're responding to clients, creating social media posts, you're planning your week. Instead of juggling everything at once, set time for 1 hour and focus on that thing solely. Once that hour is up, then you can switch to a next task. This way, you're focused and you're actually getting things done. As a freelancer, routine is your best friend. It starts with self care. When I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I get out of my PJs, and I get dressed for work. This puts me in the right mindset and ready to work. Then that way I'm dedicated. I go to my office and I have a workspace where I make sure I focus. So I have a solid 4 hours of time that I can work, right? So during this window, I work on my business, whether that's planning my projects, brainstorming new ideas, or doing some client work. Client work comes after my own business, mainly because I always find myself spending so much time on client work. That way, I'm able to get stuff done for my own business and it doesn't get left behind. So I get stuff done for my clients and I also get stuff done for my own business. As a freelancer, you also want to use tools to help you stay focused. I use tools all the time. It can be a game changer for your business and the way you work. One of my favorite tools that I use is a timer. Like I've mentioned before, I use this as a way of making sure that I'm focused on specific tasks and I set a limit as well. For example, if sometimes I spend too long on one task, so I will set the timer up for 30 minutes, and then that way I know that I have 30 minutes to complete that task. So this means no diverting into other aspects of the business or, doing my research. I get to focus on that one thing. Another tip is to group similar tasks together. If I'm creating social media posts, I will write all the captions for everything at once instead of switching between writing and designing. It's more efficient and it keeps me in the zone as well. Proactive and reactive discipline. Let's break this down. Proactive discipline is all about planning ahead. For example, I know my kids have school functions, so I schedule my work around those things. This way, I'm not scrambling around trying to organize myself last minute. On the other hand, reactive discipline is how you handle unexpected challenges. So imagine your internet goes down right before a deadline. Instead of panicking, you find a solution. Using your hotspot on your mobile is a way of adapting. I also find myself trying to juggle my self care, my responsibilities, and my business all at the same time, even though I had lots of things going on. And it felt like everything was crashing down on me and I wanted to give up. But instead of allowing things to spiral out of control, I had my notebook, I had my calendar, all the things that helped me to get organized, and I had to rejig things around. So it's also about identifying the things that where there's a problem, finding a solution for everything. Not everything's going to be perfect and things do change from time to time. So you have to recognize that and you have to recognize who you are as a person in order to, remain disciplined and keep going. So self-discipline isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you build. It starts with writing things down and creating routines, setting boundaries. But the impact is huge when you have discipline. You can show up for work and your clients, and most importantly, show up for yourself. It's not about being perfect. Some days it will be harder than others, and that's okay. What matters is that you are consistent every time you follow through with your plan, you keep your words to yourself, you are strengthening that muscle as well, even though you're juggling all these things that are going on. We're all still figuring it out, and it's one step at a time. But the important thing is to keep refining your systems and keep showing up for yourself. If you're ready to take your freelancing journey to the next level, start by embracing self discipline. I would love for you to share your own tips, ask questions in the comments below. Let me hear your thoughts. What would you like to know? and also share your own hacks if you have any hacks as well. Also, guys, I have also released a freelance starter kit, so you can check that out in the descriptions below. It's a free starter kit to really help you start your freelancing business. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified anytime I upload a video. Bye for now.